Hello everyone, it's Halloween Heartthrob, and today I will be making Psycho Jenny from Devilman Crybaby, the new adaptation series on Netflix. Please, for the love of everything, if you are not old enough, do not watch it. It is not, absolutely not for children. Anyways, moving on, I have white fur and this pattern cut out. I just googled circle pattern and printed it out. I'll be dyeing this white fur. If you notice here, I am trying very carefully not to cut into the fur itself. When you're cutting fur, you want to try to cut the base of which the fur is coming off of. This is also faux fur. But yeah, I have the little container of RIT dye, which I'll be dyeing my fur with. Don't do what I did and used a ruler. That was bad. Also be very, very careful, especially with red, because I ended up staining a few things. Not too bad, but there is a hue of pink somewhere in my kitchen. But yeah, also you will need a very specific pot for dyeing because you don't want to poison yourself. But the fur is dry. Previously you saw the fur drying, and now I'm just kind of brushing it out with an Ever After high brush just to make it nice and soft. Now I have pinned the pattern. I don't know if you can tell, I've added a little bit of length in between, and I'm also very carefully cutting the fabric as well, so it should do this. See where the fur is peeling apart? You don't want to just have the fur blunt cut. Now I will be taking a threaded needle and sewing the triangles together to make a circle shape, because Psycho Jenny is a big circle. And I'm just doing a quick whip stitch. It seemed to work fine, and the fur covered nicely, so if you're a little bit of a sloppy hand sewer, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't suggest using a sewing machine for this, only for the simple fact of even if you can't sew a straight line to save your life, it's okay. You don't need to sew a straight line. I have finished, almost finished the top, and I'm just showing you what it's going to look like, and all you need to do is just kind of sew down that line and on the other side. And there we go, I have all my whip stitches in place, and now it's time to turn it inside out. Now that it's all inside out, you'll want to stuff it with some polyfill or some fabric scraps. And I've already done that, and that's just the brand that I used. It's cheap, $2, $3 Walmart stuff. Now I'm going to sew the opening closed. Again, with the fur, it's easy to cover up any mistakes, so you just kind of want to do a back and forth stitch. It's kind of like a lazy version of a ladder stitch, where you just go from side to side and pull tightly as you go along. As you can see, I'm using blue thread. Like I said, like 3 times now, the fur will cover the mistakes. So, yay! I almost forgot to mention, do not throw away the scraps of fur that you have. Like the little triangles you'll cut away, keep those, you'll need them later. And I'm just closing it up. And here are the legs and arms that I've drawn out. I'm just kind of placing it on the body to show you where the legs and arms will be placed. It's not anything different from normal people, but yep. Also, I have made a little cone for the spikes on the side of Jenny's arm. Now, Jenny's arms and legs have red on them, almost like she's wearing little red boots and little red gloves, but I opted not to do that and just made both her arms and legs all solid black. I just thought it made her look a little bit more cute. I'm happy with it now, but I might change it, and you are totally able to change it. And I also believe her arms are a dark blue, and I do a whip stitch as well to attach the arms and legs, but I just kind of creatively wanted it to just be a plain black because I wanted it, I guess, to be a little bit more cute. I might do another one later on and make it a little bit more show accurate. I also cut out a piece of white felt in a heart shape for her face. And now I'm adding on the little spikes, but the spikes, arms, legs, and face were all made with felt, and you can get felt from Walmart. Also, the white fabric, or white fur, was from Hobby Lobby, but I believe they're the same distributor as Walmart, because you can also get it at some Walmarts as well. As long as it's red fur. This is a fabric transfer that I printed out because I was terrified of screwing up the face because I tried embroidering, and let's just say I need a lot more practice before I start a project like this. You glue it on with a very, very thin layer. Remember those little fabric scraps I told you about? Yep. They'll be able to frame the face for you to make it a little bit more 3D and better looking. And you're all done! I love her so much aside from the little chin cut off, but whatever. I'll probably fix that later, but I'm so happy with the way she came out. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Comments are always welcome. Check out all of my stuff, social media, Patreon, Etsy, all that will be down below. And I'll see you in another video. Bye!